I told him eventually we could print those diagrams out and call it like Brian's brain. And then you'd have like big printouts on the wall. But this is how we do an offer. This is how we eventually calculate your offer. All these variables come into play. We pull from here, we pull from quality, we pull from grade school, we pull here. We have questions you've answered, and they do these calculations, and they do this sort of stuff to ultimately get you that value. So while it looks really simple to the end seller, they get to that last screen, they were just asking questions, and they just get this number. Think of all the amazing technology and magic that went on behind the scenes to get that. And that might be something worth marketable. I don't know how you would spin it, but it's a lot of stuff. And so if you could kind of let them understand that, hey, this number isn't just being pulled from our butt. Look what we're doing to get this.
I can imagine that being like
There's
a little
value.
animation of like,
yeah, you could do like, yeah.
Real estate's complicated.
Yeah, you have this data, you have this data, you have this data, you did this data, and then you have someone go, oh, like, how do you get all that to be accurate? Well, we pull it all together and use our brain science or whatever you want to call it,
like
cool
literally
words,
showing the brain.
to eventually get to this number for you, so that it's really well thought out, it's very valuable. We didn't just pull it from our butt, we didn't just take the listing value minus, or something. There's a lot of interesting technology that
like
created
storyboard
that.
it, like someone like almost like about to burst, like this is so complicated.
It's too much.
It's
Yeah.
like brain's getting bigger, and it's like you could do this, or switch screens. It's nice and calm, or you could visit when Big State.
Right, just answer some questions. It's simple. Fill it out. 10 minutes. You didn't have to do all that. It's just easy answering questions.
That kind of reminds me of that video you showed me.
Yeah.
It's like a little humorous, but we would have to make
it
it
was
a little
Survey
more
Monkey.
serious. Yeah. I had this great video. It was like everything was so colorful, and it was like even their outfits were blue and green, and then everything on the desk was blue and green, and it just really simplified like what they were doing.
Yeah.
Even just using colors, it was seemed simple.
Yeah. The whole time I was figuring out how did they do that. The video, the video editing person, how did they get those colors to be so seamless?
Was it really a blue computer? You think?
I think they went in and used some kind of pen tool in the video editing software and made everything the same hue.
I mean, you could do every single frame,
right?
Like every.
Well, I think like from watching the Disney documentary, have you seen that Disney documentary where they explain how the technology they use, if you like use your pen tool and go around the shape of something, even when it moves, it follows the shape of it.
Oh, they got that good at it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
You have to have like edge detection.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Photoshop kind of did that with their
magnetic.
Actually, they took all that from facial recognition software.
Yeah, it's the same thing for facial recognition, how they do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, like they have like on Snapchat, they'll put eyelashes on your eyes. I'm like, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's gotten a lot better in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That was something Extreme Lashes wanted to do, like an app
Yeah,
where you
actually,
can see
I
what the
wrote the
lashes
software
would look like on you,
Yeah.
and you could
To
choose
do
different
facial
styles
recognition.
and different colors and say,
Nice.
oh, I like that. Like here.
I had that with,
and
And
lash
everything.
artists.
Cool.
Yeah.
we had a dentist office that wanted that.
Yeah.
So you
Quite
could
ready
see
for
what
that.
your new teeth would
I
look
don't
like.
even get my nails
Oh no!
done. I
Which
can't
one was
imagine
one?
getting
Didn't they have
my
one for makeup or something? Some
Oh, that'd be cool.
some cosmetic line that did that with makeup.
Actually, they do.
Right?
Yeah. So I was just saying that my previous job was Extreme Lashes, and they wanted to create an app that shows you, but there is a site that does it, and you upload a picture of yourself, and then you can see like different lipsticks.
Yeah,
you
my
can put
sister-in-law did something
eyeshadow
like that
on.
playing with the kids.
All the eyeglass
Yeah.
places do that. You can put the eyeglasses on and
Oh, interesting.
I mean, y'all seen Facebooks, right? You just gonna laugh all the
Oh,
time.
that's
Did you?
cute. Is that a sheep? Oh.
I don't know if it can pick you up. Does it?
Yeah.
But it's like real time. They have like 100 of them. Like
Snapchat
They're
is
good.
really good.
Yeah.
it's in your Facebook app already. If you didn't know it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I don't have a Facebook account anymore. I
don't do
only
Facebook anymore?
I only use it for work.
Yeah.
I
don't
just use it for
Facebook
work as
either.
well.
It's just
I
annoying.
don't have
I mean,
that kind of time.
I go in and I have 20 notifications.
Yeah.
It's all
Can't keep up
crap.
with it.
It's all stuff that I'm like, why are they notifying me?
Right.
about this? I don't care.
Like, I don't know this person.
I don't know this person.
Why am I
and
tagged
somehow
in this?
It
I'm not
makes
tagged
me
in this.
follow every person that adds me as a friend. I'm now
Oh,
following
dear.
them.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, there's some funny ones in here, man. The worst one I ever did was the face swap ones. I did it with my
that's
wife,
awful.
and it's like, oh my gosh.
It's scary.
Scary material.
It is scary.
Because they'll do it real time. You're sitting there like looking, face swap, you're like, you're just sitting there going, what?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you will laugh. It's worth a good laugh.
It's really bad.
It'll freak you out.
It makes both people look hideous.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because I have a beard, and like, so you put
but
that on,
even
like,
if it's
it
like-
looks really weird.
Even if it's two decent looking like women.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll
swap,
still
it's
be
like,
weird.
oh, that's not okay.
Have you ever seen the funny ones that mess up to where they're taking the picture
Does
with
it
face
keep your
swap?
eyes?
It keeps your eyes
It
and
takes
your
your face.
teeth in your
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah, like
But
right
then you
here.
have the other person's nose, eyebrows.
Oh, goodness.
The eyebrows always look weird when you swap.
Yeah, that's
people.
true. Yeah,
That's funny.
dude, it's like nightmare
It's
material.
creepy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it before bed. You'll have
Yeah.
terrifying
Don't
dreams.
show kids before bed.
My favorite one though is like they'll do a face swap, but the technology saw a face in something that you didn't think was there,
Yes, like
and they'll swap
behind
it.
you.
Like there was a guy way in the background
Oh,
face,
wow.
and so when it swaps out, it's like nightmare material.
Wow.
Or another one was someone's knee. Like in their knee, it thought that there was eyes and a lips there, and so it swapped that. And like,
It sometimes works with
But it's
animals,
hilarious.
too.
Oh,
It's so
goodness.
funny.
Pets,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
like horrible face swaps.
Yeah, but it is creepy when it's like
Someone else in the
it
background that you
detects
didn't know was
a face that's
there.
right here, and there's not
Yeah.
actually a person there.
Yeah, that would freak you out.
Okay.
Okay.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
That is creepy.
Hopefully a glitch.
Maybe
but
there is a person there.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Let me see if I can do the face. I don't
Is
think
this, is this still Snapchat? Or is it
Yeah.
something
They have it on
else?
Snapchat. They have just apps that can do it too. You
I
know,
don't
just straight
think
apps.
they have face swap anymore, but you can usually like pull from your
Where did
photos.
Nathan go?
I got one.
Oh.
Oh, MSQRE.
Where
That was the
did
other
anybody
one
see
I had.
Nathan? Where did Nathan
He
go?
was right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Breathe.
Huh?
Breathe.
Yeah.
MSQRE.
Did your holder come off? The phone holder that you have in the back of your phone?
Oh no, that's my old phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't get it for this because it's small enough to actually.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm comfortable holding it. The
Yeah.
other one was so big.
Mine came off, and it like ruined my. I don't know. I'm gonna get a new case, but it came off. Like, how did it come off?
Mine was really
It was
stuck
on
on
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't find one shaped like yours on Amazon.
Oh really?
The only thing they had was like mainly the rings. And the ones that were kind of shaped like yours, they had bad reviews. And
Really?
people were saying it
I
was
loved
like,
mine.
like it's a fake version of this brand. It was some like really great brand.
I think I got mine from like Eagles or something.
Oh, okay.
It's all over the place.
Okay. All right.
I was thinking about getting a case that already had one attached. That would be, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so phase 2 of the Bible portal is starting to add some of the tools as just generic tools that they can consume. Like the repair estimator to be, at least in the web, from a web point of view, you could also use it there to where you could just stand alone, right then and there, add some extra information to see what repair costs would be. I think you discussed that it might even eventually, I think that's phase 3 eventually. Okay, yeah. I'll talk about it in phase 3. Or the decision tool to help them get even more analytical information and charts and reports on the buyer portal to help them, more of that Peer Street stuff, right? We could move this ability to favorite and track homes, start picking one. We could move that to phase 1, but that'd be something y'all can decide. It's not super big deal. And then ultimately update it to have the premium conjoint and question your personal assessment experience. Today, they're logging in and doing something very basic. This would be extending with all the extra cool things y'all want to track and ask and do, so that you can get like the buyer score, whatever we're talking about, right? Things like that. So some example screens. I just created a couple just to give a general idea of, we would extend this exercise when you would do the first round of phase with someone creating mock-ups for the app, but I just create, it'd be welcome, you do register. Hold on, let me get mine. That, you'd register, confirm your email, forgot password, basic stuff, and then start asking them generic questions like, what areas do you like to buy your house in? We can decide exactly how we're going to break that down. This is that basic matching stuff that I've highlighted here. What is your experience level? You can capture experience level. What price range do you typically like to buy in, min and max? I don't know. I just giving some examples of general questions you could easily ask that's not having to do any crazy brain science stuff to just already hone in that if we saw a listing, well, we could start doing things to say that they're a match. Like, hey, if they said they only want things in the Heights, well then,
Could we still articulate those questions and
In
just
phase
capture
1?
it?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I was
not
thinking too.
actually use it until a later phase?
yeah, so this would be,
Like, we don't have to start simple
this
questions.
this
to
stuff,
start with the exact
yeah,
questions
this
that
simple
we
things
want.
I've listed here are phase 1 questions. Like, these are here
Okay.
phase 1 stuff.
But can we start with the questions that we actually want based on, and then use it later? Like we may not use it in
Start
our,
throwing the data